Yeah, but we keep.
Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, we will be. We have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, good evening, people. How are you? Welcome to a Tuesday night in the Matrix, guys. Nothing's really changed at all, is it? It's got heaps more idiosyncrasies for you tonight. I call them idiosyncrasies, but you can call them anything you want. But as we know, guys, it's all by design. But something I want to mention first of all, because I can, and Jeff Boone. Here he is, Jeffro. Righto, let's trot. Okay, last night I saw your comment, Blake, and we can do this because me and Jeffro are good mates, but I'm not having a dig at him anyway. I'm going to explain myself. I said, get behind these people doing God's work, and Jeffro come in with me, and fair enough, and said, what? Rod Culleton doing God's work. Now, I'll tell you straight, guys, I've sent messages of encouragement to Rod Culleton when he's been in court cases, etc. I've had no response. I've asked Rod to come on the show. I've had no response, okay? But I don't really judge Rod over that. You know what I mean? That's Rod's gig. But to explain it, Jeff, is anyone who is exposing what the devil is doing out there, to me, is doing God's work. Does that mean they're a God's person? I'm not here to judge that. That's just not my gig at all. All right. I'm here to give a news show and give you the information that we need. But I appreciate your comment, Jeff, you know, and that's good that we can have honesty in the chat, you know what I mean, and say what we feel. And maybe I agree with you, maybe I don't. I'm not going to say, but I will say that Rod has been quite ignorant towards me and this show. He has been invited on plenty other times. Yeah, all good, Jeff. You know that, man. I just thought it was a good thing I needed to say, Jeff. That's all, because, yeah, as you say, we do promote some people here that you maybe not agree with. But what we're trying to do is show the normal public out there that do come across this show, all right, that people are out there exposing the bullshit, all right? And that's what it is all about, you know? Yeah, well, you know, Charles, as I said, everyone's got their views on it, mate. A lot of people could do a lot of things, you know, and as I said, I'm, you know, I can only do, as I said to you on the TikTok the other day, I'm the boss of me. That's all. You know, that's all I can do, guys. I try and run the wife, but she ends up running me anyway. So what the fuck, just give up on it. Anyway, so I want to get that out anyway. As I said, what we're here to do is promote the people that are exposing the evil in this world, So anyway, all right, it's a beer, Amy Jeffro, and I don't drink, so yeah. Okay, critical shortage in aged care is leaving some Queensland patients stranded in hospitals. It's not only Queensland, it's everywhere, guys. Ryan Park, again, you ain't going to come on the show now either. You're probably as ignorant as Rod, with a different attitude view, I mean. But yeah, anyway, Ryan Park, you need to pull your finger out, mate, and do something because it's not good. The medical system is not good, guys. Locals continue to leave Sydney as overseas migration ensures a steady population growth. So, in other words, we're bringing them in to force you out, guys, and they're happy to see people leave Australia and go and live somewhere else because they need to bring in their communities that can create unrest with the Anglo-Saxon crowd that is actually left here. Now we got the 35-year-old Liberal becomes State Parliament's first female leader. So we're doing swapsies everywhere, guys, in the Parliament. So we know that we'll have to get Wade on soon, but we know they're in panic down there. All right, and we're going to get Frank on right away now that I've had my little garb on that because Frank's out at a council meeting. Here he is on location. Stop the rock going live. Hey, Frank, how are you, mate?
Hey, I'm good, Dave. Really good, brother.
Okay.
I've just come out. I'm just coming out of the meeting because the meeting's continuing. But I went there to listen
Where
to
are
the.
You, Frank? What meeting? What meeting, Frank? What meeting are you?
Mate, I'm in the Snake of Dens called Wyong Council, right behind me, right here. There you go.
Okay.
So talk about the Matrix. I've just stepped into the parallel universe called Wyong. Oh, mate. Anyway, the good thing was, Dave, there was about 80 people here, give and take, and now they had very arguments. A lot of it was environmental and the environmental impact and the fact that the councils use the Central Coast pretty much as a dumping ground for a lot of toxic waste. So that's now coming to the forefront. And so, it's good to see the locals. And then the other thing that was heavily talked about was, listen to this, mate. We've got a massive homeless problem like everybody else does up and down the coastline. But this is our picnic point, right? Now, apparently we've got quite a few homeless there at Picnic Point. Now, our members here, his name is Eden, right? Now, Doug thought of a great idea, Dave. He decided to shine lights, hose the homeless down, and play loud music in a way to try and get them removed, right? That was his idea of, yeah, absolutely, mate. Doug Eden, mate. This piece of work, right, decided to shine a light, right, play loud music, and also hose down the homeless, right, at this place called Picnic Point. Instead of addressing a problem, right, they decided that was his way of dealing with it, right? So he was actually called out by two of the speakers today for, his little escapade. Now, the interesting thing with Doug Eden, right? Now, our council had an administrator here by the name of Rick Hart here, Dave, and they basically sold the guts, right? They've gutted the coast like a fish, right? They've sold all the public assets, right? Which we know, because it's a foreign corporation here, right?
Yep.
So that was actually being done by, and the way thing is that Doug Eden, see, the Central Cows got themselves in about a 600 million plus debt, right? Which incidentally we paid for, right? But they sold all the public assets. They got the guy by the name of Rick Hart came in and did the bidding for the state government. Now, guess what? Doug's back again. After all that, this goon is back in. Right now, the council's split, right? So we've got a majority where they're all basically, all the majority are basically, what do you call it? Builders, contractors, right? They've all got contracts, right? Developers and contractors, right, makes up half our council right now. So every time there's a split, it's a 7 or 8. And it always tilts slightly towards the 8. In other words, these guys have always got it stitched up. So nothing ever gets done. Right now, Doug Eden walks the room. He plays the room. I've seen it do it, right? But this goon here, right, he's the main orchestrator in our council right now. Now, the whole smart city agenda was actually raised, obviously. It was all there, mate, and it's gone on completely deaf ears. I also interviewed a woman by the name of Lisa Bellamy. She ran in the local council. She knows that it was an uphill battle, but it was good. I interviewed her and had her on, and so, you know, she shared a light on the corruption. Everybody knows, mate, this place is just so corrupted.
Yeah, well,
here we go.
Well, as a resident, I was really, devastated that we had a dictator.
Yep.
In our council, that was just making decisions for all of us, totally undemocratic. But you know what? We were really looking forward to having a democratically elected council, and I know myself, and I'm not the only one, who really, really disappointed with how it's worked out.
Yeah.
And knowing more about what I know about it now, it was all stitched up.
Yeah, absolutely right. It has been, and it has been for a long time. And that's one of the reasons why I did.
Yeah. So she's a great lady. I mean, she's been, so it's all good, mate. But yeah, it's gone really quiet now. You know, it's come with a bit of a fanfare, and then all of a sudden, no one's, But I did do a call out, Dave. We need thousands at our fucking I know I'm sounding a bit, but we got to get thousands of people here at their council meetings, mate. Thousands.
Yep, we do.
They're under pressure. They are so under pressure. You can see it on their faces.
They're about to shut down public actually going to their council meetings, Frank. That's what they're about to do now, mate. You won't be able to get into them.
Yeah, they're trying it now. You should see it.
Yeah.
Right, they're as rude as fuck. They're giving you 3 minutes to speak about real serious concerns, and they're fitting around a criteria. They don't want us in there, Dave. They want us out, mate. Hey, Caz.
Yeah.
So,
Good. Awesome. Thank you so much, Franco. Is there anything else before we toss you out of the studio and get on with the
show? Mate, I've never been a correspondent before. Here I am being a correspondent for Stop the Riots. Fantastic. I think I'll leave it at that.
And doing an excellent job too. Yeah, no, doing an excellent job too.
Brilliant.
To bring something alive, you know what I mean? So, anyway, that happened in the moment. That interview happened this afternoon, so thanks for playing that. I think it'd be great for Lisa to give her a bit of a leg up and help her out and keep fighting in the community. And first and foremost, Dave, and before you go, guys, get out to your council meetings. Go and see local members. They are feeling the heat right now. You got to do it. You've got to keep doing it.
Exactly what I was going to say, Frank. You just said you had about 80 there. Well, the next council meeting that's on, come on, let's go 90. And then let's go 100.
That's right.
It doesn't matter where they are, but let's get in touch with each other and start and build the numbers, guys, right? It's a numbers game. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I'll catch up on the show later on. I'll go back into the den of vapors and vipers and all the rest, the witches and warlocks. I'm going back in the building. And I'll speak to you soon. Catch you, mate.
All right,
bye, guys.
Thanks, Frank. See ya.
Wow,
that's good. Cool.
We need people, guys. That's what we got to do. We should have a competition between councils and us people to see who can keep winning it. Yeah. Yeah, that's right,
Figure out how to look. We need to figure out these things so that we need to make it a social event and things like that as well. We need to put sausages on or something like that, so that it's good for everyone. Bring your chair and whatnot. But anyway, look, we'll get onto that later. Two Worlds Collide. Actually, let's go for this. Look at this. So we have this now over the weekend.
That rapid fire delivered around 20 bullets into a home in Broadmeadows just before 1 this morning.
All right, so we have that in Melbourne. We have this one in Sydney.
Opening fire on a Casula Street.
Crazy,
Don't
man.
worry.
That's an automatic weapon, guys. A submachine gun just going. Like,
Yeah, well, what are they going to do? Are we going to have, instead of machete bins, are we now going to have AK-47 bins?
maybe. I think we need political bins. We can just dump the political people in there like they done in Europe a few years ago, mate. And keep them in there. That's all they are is rubbish.
Well, it is, isn't it? All right, look, Two Worlds Collide.
Absolute
He's come up
rubbish.
with this he's put this together about Brad Batten.
The leader of the Liberals in Victoria. Let that sink in. Only 2 weeks ago, Brad Batten was destroying Jacinta Allen in the polls. His preferred polling premier numbers were through the roof, Labor was scared. Then boom, overnight, Brad Batten out, the moderate, Jess Wilson in. Why? Why did that happen? Because Victoria just locked in their statewide treaty. A treaty that explicitly writes the United Nations Declaration onto the rights of Indigenous people into Victorian law. A treaty the UN High Commissioner personally flew in to celebrate. A treaty the UN has been pushing, praising and monitoring for years. And Brad Batten was the one opposition leader that was going to fight it with everything he had. And Jess Wilson, the moderate, who stood in Parliament and clapped for the Aboriginal activists that read off their script while the rest of the party opposed the treaty process. Connect the dots here, everyone. It's not hard. The UN wanted its flagship treaty process protected. Someone from the deep, dirty, dark UN made the phone calls. The switch then got flipped. Jess in, Brad out. That's how it works. That's how fast these things happen when the strings get pulled. And you think this is safe for me to talk about this? You think it's safe for me to give you this type of information? Labor wanted the UN treaty. The new Liberal Party leader now wants the UN treaty. Same agenda, same masters, just with a different coloured tie on. There's no opposition anymore. There's no choice at the ballot box. Red team, blue team, they both take orders from the same masters. And to every single Liberal MP who raised their hand to stab Brad Batten in the back, you are one of the lowest forms of cowardice this country has ever produced. You saw a leader who was actually winning for the people, and you panicked because it wasn't a part of the script. You just sold off your voters, your state, your country for what? Pre-selection and a pension? You cowards. And if you can, tag these cowards in the comments so they get berated by everyone. You are owned, you are weak, and you are finished. History will spit on your names. And let me tell you something, everyone. Voting inside this rigged circus, it's not going to make a difference. Your preference just legitimized the one bloke who was actually fighting for your state. The two-party system is dead. The funeral of Victoria was 2 weeks ago, and the UN just made the call to the moderates who just intimidated the Liberal Conservatives who just bent over and took it up where the sun don't shine because they are pathetic cowards who only care about their pre-selection and their pensions. So to the system controlling this, and to everyone listen, walk away from it. Stop feeding it. Because one day, and maybe it's coming a lot quicker than everyone thinks, the whole rotten puppet show is going to come crashing the fuck down. And
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
But
look,
it's going to come down by your pressure, guys. You, the people.
That's it. Look, here's a girl. She's a hero. She's a health worker and she's not paying her tolls. So good on her. So, but she says she has to cross over tolls for her line of work. It's racking up to $56 a day. Now, I actually have somebody that researched into the tolls in Sydney, and they said that it was privately owned by a Spanish company. So they're actually revenue raising. So it was built by taxpayer money. Okay, we paid for it. We built it, and then it was sold off by the government because the government can't basically manage their own financial affairs. And then it was bought off by a Spanish company, apparently, who just basically charged $10. I think she was paying for a vehicle per day because she's a support worker.
Someone look into that, because I've also heard that there's a Italian family that owns a lot of the tolls in Sydney. So yeah, it'd be good to work out just exactly who it is, you know. So, but yeah, you don't have to pay tolls, guys. You do not have to pay tolls. Anyway.
Well, that's it, isn't it? So anyway, good on her. That's awesome. We have this situation in Victoria. The farmers in Victoria have mobilised in large numbers to block the Vic Grid officials from accessing properties along the proposed VNI West Transmission Line route, despite threats of $8,000. Oh yeah, go farmers.
No way, it's $660 for giving the speed camera the bird now, guys. How's that one, eh? The guy got $660. Well, I'll tell you what. I was coming home today from being out, and I saw the local speed camera guy down here, you know, and he just doesn't like us because we always beep by a horn and we just hold it flat out so we can say g'day to him, you know. And wow, he was outside of his car today picking up his signs. The moment I hit the horn, he just gave me the bird. Like, gave me the bird in all the traffic. These Here's the camera guy giving me the bird because I'm on the horn. Mate, I tell you, it's just like, and yet this guy, a $660 fine. I reckon everyone that goes past them cameras of us, give it the bird. Why wouldn't you? Revenue raising pricks. Nothing about safety at all, guys. We could all be safe by using common sense, but we can't be safe when we're bringing immigrants into the fucking country. They can't even read our road signs, all right, and wouldn't have a clue how to friggin' drive. Yet they get licenses quicker than our kids do. They're handed out to them.
Well, that's the other thing as well. You've got this situation as well. Now, I'm no fan of the neo-Nazis, but here's this. They say nationalists. They're actually Nazi boys. But anyway, raided and put in an immigration detention over Jewish lobby protests. So now the media, of course, is running 24/7 with regards to his deportation and how he's a Nazi and is a threat and all of that sort of stuff. I don't agree with him, but like that doesn't mean that he can't have his. That doesn't mean he can't have his opinion, you know. And then you've got this situation, like, is this two-tier governance? Because, like, you've got this Afghan migrant who sexually assaulted a 15-year-old girl on a bus in Melbourne, and he's avoided deportation because a tribunal went into bat for him. Now, of course,
he'll probably
on
end
top
up
of that,
going to the Gold. They might send him overseas for a holiday, Caz. The Gold Coast wouldn't be good enough for him. We'll give him a good trip.
oh, look, it's just ridiculous. And of course, the Minsk government is using the decision by the police to authorise the neo-Nazi protests in justification to reintroduce unconstitutional expanded police powers, which had just been overturned. So, like, who are these Nazi boys serving? They doxed their own. They doxed their, like, I don't agree with them all being masked up and all that sort of stuff, but at least you know, them and their families were safe. Some person within their organisation go, oh, no, we're so big now, just go maskless. So, of course, they've doxed their own. And now, after the High Court has overturned the prior decision, it's back on, it's back tabled again. We knew that Dural was fake, okay? And so there was pushback from that. And now it's basically all over the place again. So, anyway, my little rant over.
Yeah. And while I'm here, I forgot. G'day, Peter. How you going? I hope you're viewing in for the first night, mate. I was speaking to a guy today. He's going to watch our show tonight on YouTube, okay? So, Pete, you and your wife are on there, mate. Great conversation today. And, we'll catch up.
Well, I don't know whether Thomas Sewell's a Freemason, but if you're going to deport somebody, why not deport some Thomas Sewell? He's the kingpin, and he's also a South African born who is a New Zealand citizen. He's not even an Australian citizen. So that's
why aren't they getting rid of him, guys?
Yeah. Just intended to pass some laws, he appeared out of nowhere. So anyway,
don't you hate being right over what's been done in the last 4 or 5 months, Caz? And you especially were right on the ball with it all, mate. You know, every bit of it.
Well, the thing is now that you've got this whole heap of young people that have got no clue. They don't understand that this is how the separate system operates. They knew 20, 30 years ago that they were going to do this. They knew there'd be backlash. So therefore, they make sure their assets are in place. People still don't know that Martin Luther King had 11 bodyguards and 10 of them were assets. Like, you know, it's even just history. They just don't know just straight up history. And, you know, like, here's the thing, though. We've got this situation in Victoria.
You can't blame, really, Kaz, you can't blame the people because, you know, like, as I said, I had a conversation Sunday, you know what I mean, with someone. And, mate, the indoctrination out there is just absolutely incredible. And the lies that have gone to back up the indoctrination theories look real until you start going down rabbit holes like us people. It all looks legit.
Yeah, but this is what Trump's doing, you know, the big farcical fight with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, she's terrible, you know, and all that sort of stuff. No, I mean, I'm sure that all of our people already know, have already figured it out. But look, here's what's going on. They've had a difficulty pushing the Epstein files into the narrative. So they're staging a fake fight because he knows that the media will run with it. And I've already seen them run with, he was in the Epstein files. It's actually been covered in Australia, you know, in Australia now. You know, blah, blah, and that sort of stuff. It's the only way he can do it. This is how the game's got to be played because That's the only way that they can break the media stranglehold.
And then what's Trump doing now, Caz? Where's he been just been promoted to? The what?
Well, do you want to cover that now?
Minister
I
of
had
Peace.
that. Yeah, no, I had
Well,
that in the.
no, we'll cover it tomorrow night. But yeah, you know.
No, I've got it down. But yeah, all right, we can go to that.
Go,
now.
you cover
we
it.
can go.
You go.
All right. So this is very interesting. Okay, and I'll show you why it's interesting in a minute. So congratulations to the world on the incredible vote on the United Nations Security Council just moments ago, acknowledging and endorsing the Board of Peace in the UN. Like, no, this is like impossible, which will be chaired by me and include the most powerful and respected leaders throughout the world. It will go down as one of the biggest approvals in the history of the United Nations. My friends, this is going to be massive peace breaking out all over the world, because when you look at the countries who are here, it is included by China, Russia, France, everywhere, UAE, Saudi Arabia. This is massive peace is about to break out. But the United Nations, why would the United Nations do that? That's not the not the United Nations. That's the Security Council. Why would they do that? And they appoint Trump, who is their enemy, stated enemy on their part, that he's getting rid of the globalist order. Well, here's something that's very interesting, okay, that happened today with T-Man. And what he said was, where is he here? McDonald's, here.
Killing regulations have to be eliminated. So if we put in a new regulation, then we get rid of 10. Otherwise, you don't get the new regulation. And, you know, we got rid of the drip water. We call it the drip, where drip drips out of the sink. States with tremendous water, so much water, they have nothing but problems getting rid. Limited water. Biden came back with a rigged election, and he immediately restricted the water again. But I came back in and immediately unrestricted again. So now you have unlimited water to clean your damn dishes, okay?
Now, that's at the McDonald's summit. He goes on to say how he always eats McDonald's on Air Force One, which is actually true, and also on his on Trump Force. Okay, and there's something very strange about it, and the reason is 12 months ago, Elon put out this very strange montage, and I'll see if I can catch it. Where did I put it?
Yeah, listen to why he eats McDonald's, but Peter, well, this is the theatre we're watching, guys. You know, we can only interpret the theatre, you know.
No, the reason why he eats McDonald's is because it's a guarantee that they can't poison him because of how McDonald's is produced. That's why. It's a safety mechanism. All right.
Now have they cleaned up McDonald's, guys? And is that why the tariffs are off the Australian beef? Because they can't keep up with their beef production or what they need in beef to go through the United States and all these different places, right? Using beef, right? Not synthetic beef. Okay. And that could be another reason why the tariffs are dropped, because they need our beef, mate. They need it.
I believe that they've cleaned up McDonald's. Him eating McDonald's and working at McDonald's showed me that whatever's happened, Rico in the background. Also, if anyone wants to do a deep dive, apparently there's a Trump versus Hillary Rodham Clinton being for Rico tomorrow.
Yeah, for Rico tomorrow. Mm.
Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to have a look at it, so I didn't bring it on. Now, remember this from Elon, this montage.
Around with us. If you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer. 2024 is our final battle. They stole our jobs and they plundered our wealth. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots.
The activation word, Ronald.
Listen, this is it.
McDonald.
We will drive out.
Okay, that's the bit where it says Ronald McDonald is activation go. Let's go again. Listen up really carefully.
Activation word, Ronald McDonald.
We will drive out the globe.
Activation word is Ronald McDonald. So you have all of these situations going on.
There you go, Caz. Just have a think about that one too. You know, we get a lot of good comments on here, mate. You know, because everyone's thinking outside the square, guys. You've got to. This is crazy, man.
No, it's
could be right, Tanya.
It could be right, and yeah, Tanya, go and have a look at it. Go and have a look in the Q drops for anything that relates to that, because this is how we've become very sophisticated in understanding the messaging.
No, go on. Sorry, Caz.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I'd say they're still cooking in canola oil, except. Oh, sorry, I thought you finished. I got a lag.
No, we've got a lag. We didn't have a lag at the start of the show. Now we've got a lag.
Yeah, that's what happens. So I was just going to mention, look, who knows what they're doing, guys. My advice to you, I still wouldn't eat McDonald's, whether I've been told it's cleaned up or not. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, we've seen people put this stuff out, you know, and even an employee of McDonald's I was talking to the other day, a manager in McDonald's said that you put this shit out, man, and it don't rot. You know what I mean? It just stays like it is. So, I still wouldn't be telling anyone to go and engage with McDonald's. And apart from that, they're a corporate, guys. Why would you want to give them your money? All right? We're giving our cash to the locals. We're not paying the corporates, okay? It's out. So I know you don't eat McDonald's, but don't eat McDonald's.
Well, I just saw somebody talk about this. This is also very interesting. So Prime Minister Kevin Rudd is named in the Epstein files. Okay. Now, apparently, Ruddy has lawyered up today to deal with it. So now, also, what's happened, of course, is this situation. Now, Mike Benz, has anyone seen this on Twitter? It's excellent. It goes for an hour 20. He puts together the whole Adan Khashoggi. Remember that Adan Khashoggi was the arms dealer, high-level Saudi arms dealer, and he was killed in a hotel room. Puts together the whole Epstein via Les Wexner. You also have a number of boys coming out, men coming out now and saying that they were trafficked with regards to Epstein Island. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming out. You also have the testimony now that it was Epstein that was backing the Bitcoin. Okay, so he was the one who initially backed the put the financials in with regards to that. So somebody has put together a public release of certain documents and records and communications related to Jeffrey Epstein and the whole Bitcoin thing. So very interesting. Everything's just going crazy at the moment.
Well, I'd like to ask another question, and that is, if Rudd's engaged lawyers, are us taxpayers fucking paying for that because he is a representative of Australia? We wouldn't want to be, but I'll bet you we are.
Well, he has denied. The whole accusation is that he had attended a cocktail party. We know that his charity received money from Jeffrey Epstein, $600,000, I think that was, unless somebody wants to correct me on that. But
and then
he denied that there was he's denied that he actually ever attended the cocktail party. So very interesting. But then the situation is that like you've still got him having drag queens entertaining on the taxpayer dime in the Australian.
And we still got Keating's daughter up to it in a neck, isn't it? Keating's daughter, you know, and all these people just hang together. Yeah,
it's Keating's daughter, but don't forget that it was what's his name? With the fishnet stockings. He was the one who set up the whole of the Russiagate. He's the linchpin with the Russiagate with regards to Britain.
Russiagate developed in England. It's just insane, guys. England and America are just like it's Babylon, guys, and it's just spread. The Babylon is the new world order. It's as simple as that, right? But we are going to rid Babylon. All right, and hopefully that's what's coming, guys. We rid Babylon, all right, and we get the spoils.
Alexander
God gave us in
Downer.
the first place.
That's it. Thank you, guys. Alexander Downer. Yeah, look, honestly, I've got to start writing all this down because, you
can't remember everything, Caz. We can't, mate. There is just so much going on out there. It's insane.
No, that's it. All right, look, we didn't play the Flyers last night. We've got heaps on, so I'm going to do them tonight because we've got a lot of things coming up and something coming up tomorrow, of course, which is Valerie Pierce, Dr. Valerie
Valerie,
Pierce.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, put it on now.
And the Mondays at Maggie's crew is calling for tools down. It's time to stand together. A corrupt and tyrannical government is crushing industries, stripping freedoms and silencing voices. This affects every worker and every business. New South Wales under a corrupt government. Enough is enough. We won't stay silent and we demand action. So join us every Monday at the Governor's House in Sydney at 11 a.m. There is also a court call-out for court support for New South Wales Police versus Rocco at the JMT District Court, Sydney. Read driver's licence disqualification. This is on the 1st of December 2025. And there's a court call-out for court support for New South Wales Police versus Michael Schultz at Penrith Court on the 24th of the 11th of the 25. Re a traffic matter. And there is a court call-out for court support in Tamworth Council versus Rocco at the JMT Local Court in Sydney on the 4th of the 12th of the 25th, and that is for rate arrears. And Mullumbimby, New South Wales, will be holding an 8:32 muster from Friday the 21st to Monday the 24th of November. Book a campsite at Mullumbimby Showground. And on Saturday, the 22nd of November, there is an Abolish Abortion Australia conference. This will be featuring T. Russell Hunter, founder of Abolitionists Rising. The tickets are $27.78 and it is on Saturday, the 22nd of November, 11:30am to 4:30pm, 12 Belvedere Street, Surrey Hills. Every Saturday in Melbourne at 10am, there is an instructing of the Governor at the Governor Gates. There's a court call-out for Dr. Valerie Pierce at the County Court in Melbourne, 10am Wednesday the 19th of November. The people demand justice be done and be seen to be done. In Melbourne, Justice for the People would like to remind everyone that they gather every Sunday at 4:30pm at the Shrine of Remembrance. And the Worldwide Rally for Freedom will be hosting Save Australia, Albo Must Go, Stop Mass Immigration, Stop Government Corruption, Saturday the 15th of November, 12pm, Parliament House, Melbourne. And there will be a mass non-compliance date against the digital ID, starting on the 11th of November for 11 days. On the 11th day of the 11th month, cash only or pre-plan, no online purchases and no purchases. A Stand in the Park is having a mega stand on Sunday the 7th of December at Jackandanda Reserve Woodlands. Let's bring all the Western Australia stands together for an unforgettable event from 10am. The Adamoga Freedom Campout is on again first weekend of December 2025. There's free camping, pub meals and there's an open mic. And United Voice Australia are holding Australia Unites rally. Stop mass immigration now and address the cost of living. This is on the 23rd of November, 12pm, Rundle Park, Adelaide. And flyers are available for the We Say No to the Digital ID. There's a call to action. The team have provided you with all of the flyers and documents and forms, etc. It's now up to you. Print them out and distribute. And there is a call to action for a welfare check on Hayley and Savannah Grant. Child Protection Services case is Sally Wood, 0418 409 446. And in the vein of Italy, Madison King has called for a one-week national strike, the week of the 10th of December. Every day at 3pm on X, there is a daily prayer space. Melissa 146 23923.
There's a little bit more information from Sean. How are you, Sean? Good to see you still here, brother, and going well, mate. Sean and another guy down there, Steve Lindsay, down south of me, guys. You know, big fighters, mate. Been there at everything, and yeah, our day is coming, Shawnee boy. All right, our day is coming, mate. You've been through the ringer too, bro. We go back a long way, me and Sean. Anyway,
well,
we got a bit to go yet, brother. When we win it, we'll be having some fun.
Well, the thing is that we've got these really unusual things happening at the moment where you've got this situation here, the new MRI machine in Sydney, Sydney Major Hospital that's freezing tumours and saving patients from debilitating illnesses. Now, if you actually look at that, I think that what they're doing, this because Israel is releasing the medbed technology. Have a look at this.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you...
So you have that, and there's a lot of stuff that's actually being softly disclosed at the moment, and you can see it coming out. Like they had a traditional MRI machine there. I would bet almost 100% that it doesn't actually look like that, but this is how they're actually rolling things out. And we've also got a lot of really good things happening within the EU itself. But the most prominent thing that I'm noticing at the moment is you've got Jews exposing Jews. You've got the Muslims exposing the Muslim Brotherhood. You've got the people who were on Epstein Island exposing what was going on there. The exposure that's coming from everywhere with the whistleblowers is just, I don't think that it's survivable by any means. You also have Gavin de Becker, who has put out about the Kissinger report, and that was a depopulation so that they could get the resources. Paints it out black and white. We had it lined up for tonight, but we just didn't get to it because we got sidetracked. So, look, all right. So, guys, we're being taken out by Steve Carter, and the song is "I Want You to Love You." So, Dave, if you'd like to wrap up and close the show, I'll hit play.
Yeah, well, as I'm going to say, as I say most nights, guys, it's up to us. All right, and I think we've done a magnificent job so far. If I was sitting from a coach's position here, I think we've done really well to make our way through the competitions that we've had to compete in, guys. And for what we've been up against, you know what I mean? We've been up against the linesman and the referee, and they keep moving the goalposts. But we've been an incredible team, guys. All right, but now, if I was sitting in the coach's position, all right, which I have done a lot of coaching in my life, you know that. I got all the accolades to prove it, guys. I might put them all around my neck one night and come on here and show you. But I tell you what, we got a great team, guys. What we need to do now is step it up a notch. All right, and I think we've all, got the pre-season training. We got the know-how. We got the knowledge. And now it's up to you. You want to step it up and win this thing and take it back? Well, I think there's a lot of things maybe going our way in the background. So, yeah, as I say, if I was sitting from a coach's position, what I'd be urging you guys to do is step it up a good 10%. All right, and let's go. Let's open it up. Let's tell everyone what's going on. And a lot of people aren't going to hear, guys. Go to the next one. Kick off the dust off your feet, right, and head to the next one. For the people that don't want to hear, they don't want to hear. It's going to fall on deaf ears. But there are people out there that will start to understand, especially at this time and stage where the climate is, that we aren't as stupid as what they may think. And we're not full of conspiracies. We're actually full of facts. So good night, guys. I love you all. As I said, if I was sitting from a coach's position, what a wicked team we got out there, guys. You guys are brilliant. Let's go. Let's keep it up. Good night.
Where I live, I thank the sun daily. I thank the earth daily. I thank the love that has grown within me.
work on forgiveness to those that hurt us most daily. I work on improving myself daily. I work on my self-healing. I work on learning new and improved ways for all to come. I'm tired of cleaning people's toilets when they themselves can. I'm tired of uneven monetaries distributed to we the people across earth. I'm tired of unwarranted wars. I'm tired of pedophiles amongst politicians and secret fraternities. I'm tired of people in governments worldwide breaking the law of do no harm. I'm tired of watching people hurt themselves. I'm tired of murders going on. I'm tired of health officials getting away with crimes. I want to live to 100. I want everyone to live to 100. I want everyone to find their soul and their soulmate. I want slavery to end. I want people to love each other. I want you to love you.